If you are asking the question, should I quit my job? I'm gonna cover 5 different signs that you should quit your job immediately. So let's go. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben Preston, author of Harness Your Butterflies and creator of the Career Accelerator program. If you're new to the channel, if you are interested in professional development information, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I have new videos every Tuesday. And while I get going on this video, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Drop me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into the tips. So you may be racking your brain saying, I'm really done with my job. I don't know if I should leave. I really am trying to find a sign that I should quit my job. Well, this video is gonna be for you. Now, before I go any further with this information, I want to clarify, I am not personally recommending that anyone just up and quit your job in this exact moment. I think that you always need to have an exit plan before you leave. And if it is the case that you need to leave immediately, make sure that you have an exit plan. So before I jump into any of the tips, I just want to make sure that that's clear and out on the table. The first sign that you should quit your job is that your boss is targeting you. And this is very evident. If you are questioning whether your boss is targeting you, I would just say pay attention to their behavior. Are they calling you out and no one else? Are you on meetings and they like to target you and make you look kind of dumber than you are? In many cases, people feel targeted when they are in a state of kind of feeling powerless. But what I'll say is if you pay attention to, if you kind of feel good about your work, if you feel like you're doing a really great job, but you still feel like your boss is targeting you for whatever reason, it might be that they feel insecure, it might be that they just are not a good supervisor, they might be jealous. I have tons of other videos talking about those exact topics, but what I will say is if your boss is targeting you, it's probably not a good sign. It probably is a really good indicator that you should be looking for a new job. Tip number 2, you get a better offer somewhere else. If you are looking for a job and you get a better offer somewhere, don't even question it, move on, take the new job. Quit your job immediately. I would say if you love what you're doing and you can find another company that will pay you more to do that thing, or you get a pay raise or a promotion or a mobility option that's upward, I would say take the job, leave your job immediately. That one's kind of a no-brainer. But when we talk about this, it's making sure that you have a transition plan from where you're leaving to where you're going, because always remember, even if you quit your job today, you still are taking yourself with you. So if you have a lot of negative baggage, you wanna make sure that you have closure on that before you move on. Sign number 3 that you should quit your job is you don't see a way forward. And what I mean by that is if you have been in your role and you haven't really seen any mobility options for what the next step looks like for you, it's probably a good indicator that you should move on. And why I'm saying that is I think a lot of people get stuck with the promise that they might get a promotion, that they might move on, but genuinely, if you are kind of connecting the dots and you see that you really don't have a route forward that's inspiring to you, exciting to you, or just logistically is not possible, I would say it's probably time that you find a new job. It's probably an indicator that you should quit your job immediately. Number 4, something illegal is going on. This actually happened at a job that I worked at where I saw a lot of illegal activity happening. It was very unethical, it was very immoral, but at the very core, it was illegal. And when you see illegal things going on, it's very easy to kind of be like, not my problem, somebody else's issue. But what tends to happen is if you see something illegal and you don't report it, usually you kind of get looped into it in a kind of accountability way, and you don't want that. So if you start seeing a lot of illegal things going on, it's best to remove yourself from the situation, find a new position, find a new job somewhere else, and then figure out how to deal with it legally, whether it be reporting it to the EEOC or other organizations that deal either with employee discrimination or business practices like the Better Business Bureau. But yeah, if you see anything illegal happening, it's a really, really, really big sign that you should move on and find somewhere else to work. And sign number 5 is you keep getting emotionally stuck. And what I mean by this is usually when you take a job, you feel really excited, and then once the honeymoon period's kind of over, you start to feel a little bit more kind of complacent, content in with what you're working on. And what happens is if people start feeling like they really don't like their jobs, they get stuck emotionally where every time they go to work, there's just so much baggage and so much negativity that they can't get themselves out, or they can't get themselves to feel happy or excited at work. Not to say that you don't feel excited at all, but usually what happens is if people are in a role for a super long time that they don't really love, they start to feel a little bit more negative toward the company and negative toward their supervisor, negative toward the position, negative toward the work, negative toward their coworkers, whatever that looks like. But eventually it gets to a point where you are just so emotionally stuck with those feelings that you can't detach or you can't look at it from a different perspective. And if you are falling into that category, it's probably a really good sign that you should find another job. If you constantly are looking at your boss and you can't see anything but negativity from them, it's probably a good sign that you should find another job. And with that, that's the last tip that I have for you, a last sign that you should quit your job immediately. If you're looking for more job advice, more stuff, I'll put links to other videos, other job search videos in this video or in the link below. So don't forget to check those out. Let me know in the comments which of these tips or signs was super helpful for you. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I have new videos every Tuesday. And with that, I will see you there.